Hey, y'all. I'm back again. Hopefully more often now. So welcome in. My name's Carol with RC Rustic Creations, and it is hot as a mother out here. We are gonna do the craft club with Magnolia design. So if you are interested in that, I need to put on my coat in. Oh crap, hang on. Hang on, I forgot to turn me down. You don't want to hear me twice. So come on in, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. We're going to do the craft club. Hold on, and I'll show you what they have. Okay. There we go. Alright, so this is this month's craft club, okay? And if you can't see me, let me know. That doesn't look too bad. Come on. Hold on, me and technology don't get along. Not that one. This one. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Can you see the craft? There we go, because you don't really need to see me. Alright, this is this month's craft club. They have family love on it. You get everything you need to do this craft. Everything. You get the blocks. You get the jute. I'm doing mine in different colors. They did theirs in black. You get a black paste and a squeegee. And you get all of the letters, which I've cut out. I'm going to finish cutting these out, but this, you get this big stencil, okay? I'm going to finish cutting those out. Now, just so I remember what's on the back, that's an L, so I wrote my version of L on the back. Because sometimes, and ask me how I know, sometimes you might put it on the wrong side, and that's not good. Oops. And you also get the beads. Okay, so you get everything you need to do this craft, all right? So, I've already started, because it would take forever. I went ahead, they're already painted, and I went ahead and went around with a little bit of, what's this called? Vintage sage chalk. Okay? Now, you can go back. I didn't. I don't even know what I did with my sandpaper. You can go back and sand that off and make it just a little bit softer. Okay? Make sure you put it on the side with the holes in the right spot. Okay? And then I'm going back and putting the letters on. Just to give a little color. I'm trying to add a little color to my house. And I love the coastal colors. I live so far from the coast it's not even funny, but that doesn't matter. Hang on, I'm trying to find me another squeegee. Okay. Alright. So, we have these mini squeegees. And we also have these pencil squeegees, paintbrush squeegees. Okay. I love these. I'm using this one, but I'll use the other and show you can use it also. Alright, now for the paint that I put around the edge, I took some of the sage chalk paste. I put it in a little bowl, and I added some water. And just mixed it up, and I applied it with a little brush. You can do that however you want. You don't even have to do that. You could use different colors. This is what I did. So, I've got it this far, so let's put the A on. And I've already cut it out, and I wrote my little thing on the back so I'll remember which one's which. I have a fuzzing towel here. You want to fuzz these just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. Because they are, super duper sticky, which makes them last quite a while. So just fuzz it a couple, 2-3 times. Take your block and I'm just guesstimating It does not have to be perfect, and it really doesn't. So I'm going to use this on this one. Just a little bit of chalk paste. And just apply. Do not push hard. Just apply it. Do not push hard because you can push it through. Really? And I turned it right upside down. There's little, the white part is a mesh, a silk screen. Okay? So if you push too hard, you can force it under there. These, I'm going to put these in a little bit of water over here because it's going to be a bit before I can wash them. I just have a little old bowl with some water and I put them in face down. So there we have C. And these we're going to do something different. So let's put the H on. Come on in, y'all. Welcome in. Let me know where you're watching from. My name's Carol. RC Rustic Creations. I've been crafting since the dawn of time. Fuzz those at least 2 or 3 times. Just so you don't like pull anything off the paint or possibly paint. Because that's a booger to get off. Okay. Alright. So now use the little squeegee and you do the same thing. So you can use either one. Just apply it. Don't push hard. Take it off. And there you go. Put this in water. And then to wash them, I just take them into my kitchen sink and use a little warm water. And we have, what did I do with it? We have, I don't know what to do with that. Stencil cleaners. They look like one of those magic erasers, but they're not. They don't have all those harsh chemicals in it to mess up your, I did. And the L, to mess up your stencils. You can use a sponge. It's totally fine. Just run them under water. Make sure you get it. It may stain the green part, but make sure you get it out of your silk screen and your golden. Okay? So let's put the L on. And I'm going to have to use this one twice. Don't let it dry in between, but if you're doing something small like this, you can simply lift it. And I did not. Ooh, my bad. Simply lift it up, lay it back down. I wouldn't do it more than twice. Otherwise, that's going to start drying in your silk screen and it won't come out right. But if you just do a couple, 3 little ones like this, you're all right. All right. And there you go. I wouldn't do more than 3 little ones at a time because it will dry in there and it won't come through your silk screen. Okay, so now that we have all that on, let me dry it real quick so I don't stick my fingers in it. I'm notorious for that. We're going to dry that. It doesn't take long to dry the chalk paste, but I just don't want it to have a little wet spot and me stick my fat finger in it. Okay, that's about all it'll take. All right, now for these 3 that I have left, I'm going to take this stencil and put some seashells on it. And if it hangs over, it's totally fine. So we gotta fuzz this one. Because it's rather large and I don't want it sticking to everything. So the hardest part for me is finding the spot where you can kind of roll that off. Just roll your finger down it and roll that off. I did put the name on the back so I know which side I'm putting it back on. Because sometimes it's hard to tell, believe it or not. Move those up there. And the color I did the letters in is hot coral. Hot coral. Let me get these up here because I'm going to use these on my fuzzing cloth. That way it's not touching this and getting stuck and all the things. I'm going to fuzz it a couple of times. You can even fuzz it on like your t-shirt, your jeans if you don't have a fuzzing cloth. Not anything with a lot of fuzz because you just have to clean it back off when you're done, okay? Let's do it one more time. Oh, and don't let it stick to itself like that. Woo, don't. You can get it undone, but it's a booger, I'm just saying. Ask me how I know. Okay, I'm going to widen this up so I have some room. This side of your fuzzing cloth is to dry your stencils, okay? So if you wash them, you can dry them on that. All right, now let me see. If you pull it straight, you don't have that problem. I got a little extra fuzz. All right, this one, those over there. Let's see which one I want to put on there. I know I want to put this shell on. And if it does not totally fit, that is totally fine. Okay. Come down here. So, I think I'm just going to continue using the pink. Just because. A little more. And just roll it across there. Do not push hard. That is my main problem. I like to push hard and then I mess it up. Okay, pull all your excess chalk paste off. And voila. Have a little seashell. Got another one. Where are we going with this one? Let's see. We can get... Not enough of that one to know what it is. There we go. We'll put part of this one on there. Like I said, they don't have to fit. It's totally fine. There's a few bubbles on there. That's fine. Those bubbles. And there's that one. And then one more. What do we want to put on the one more? There it is. Gotta find my one more. Oh, we can put the top of this one. Yeah, got it on the right side with the paint. So that's just the top of a shell. And there we go. We could add a couple of bubbles. Just to give it something at the bottom. Hold on, let me dry it. I don't want to pull off the color off. Hang on. Right. Got a couple of bubbles right here. So I get all three of those bubbles. Ooh, pretty darn close. Okay, so we added a few bubbles at the bottom. All right, now that is going to go in between. So let me get this stuff out of the way and in my water. That way it doesn't dry. And put the lid back on your chalk paste so it does not dry out quickly. If it does start to get a little dry, take some distilled water because you do not want a science experiment growing. Take a little bit of water, and I'm going to paste on that. Just put you a few squirts, stir it, put you a few until it's back to the consistency that you want. One over here. Put the lid on. And then we'll put these over here. This one, I don't have a big enough pan of water, so I'm just going to lay it back on the backer sheet. And I will take it into the sink and wash it, okay? But I'm going to lay it over here so I don't messy do. All right, now that we have our blocks. Let me make sure they're all dry. Okay. Because I'm going to end up sticking my fat finger in one of them. I've already dried these, but let's hit these again. I just know how I am. I notoriously stick my fingers in the paste. Alright. So now, that's how I want that to look. We're going to take our jute that comes with the kit. And when you know it, I always pull the wrong end of the jute. Always, always, always. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and I took their idea off. They put 3 of the beads on each outer end and 1 in between all of them. So we're going to do that. So let's start with 3. And of course, y'all know, put your little piece of masking tape on the ends. Okay, so there's the 3. Then we're going to put through our block. And then we're going to go 1 in between all of them. And do not look at the mess behind me. I don't know where to put it. I got to figure out a place to put it. That's my pins and my pins and my keychain making stuff back there. Now I could have gone with 2 on the ends. No, it's fine. Never mind. Don't have enough. Hey, girl, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, girlie. We're making the craft club. Now they're going to want to rock and roll on this. I think I'm going to put me a little dab of glue in each end so they'll hold still. And you can totally do all of the sides if you wish. Awesome, girlfriend. Oh, I love going fishing, but it's just too hot today. So catch a lot of fish. Have a big old fish fry, girlie. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh, get in there. Alright, so you just feed all these through. Oh, y'all, getting old's not for sissies. And if your formulation doesn't use all of your little blocks or your beads, exactly, I may just hang it back here for now till I'm redoing some stuff in the house. You let him know I said it. Have a fish fry. Alright. And I'm going to have some beads left, and that's fine. Oh, girl. I am too, and this ain't for sissies, and I don't like it. Me and Tylenol are becoming really best friends. All right, the last one's going to be a burger. And then 3 more. 1, 2. And I didn't even use all the jute, y'all. Okay. So, now it's going to flip and turn. Oh, the rest of that jute is to make the ends. The tassels. Yeah, these are going to flip and turn. But I'll hold it up and you can see what it looks like so far. And then we'll make the tassels. Of course, they're all the way around. See if I can pull it tight enough it'll hold still. That's what I did with mine. They did Family Love with theirs. Okay? So now, I'm going to leave enough to tie. And then the rest of it, let's see what we can do. I don't like the way they have it, so I'm going to redo it. I don't know what I did with. I have an actual tassel maker, but I don't know where that thing is. So we'll just do it this way. Don't be a jerk. Satan, back off. You and I don't get along, you know it, so just back up. Okay. You can use... Thank you so much, darling. You can use a tassel maker, which I don't know where mine's at. We'll have to find it. Or just wrap it around your fingers. Or, here, let's use this. Yeah, let's use this. This is actually a little squeegee to use on the never mind. So we're just going to use all this jute on here. My mind went blank and I still can't think of what the hell it's called. Yeah, so I don't have to hold it. Just keep wrapping it around. Like I said, I have a tassel maker that you can make them different lengths, but we're just going to use this one. Alright, so there are my ends. So I'm holding it down here. Wait, make them widow, I guess. Alright. And I'm going to cut this end. It's been a while, y'all. Let's pull it out because I'm going to end up jacking it up. So pull it out of here. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. I'm going to pull it out of here. And this is the end with the loose string. So I'm going to cut this in just in 2. And we'll... Alright. Trim them up. Those 2 wild boogers. And then I just need 2. So I'm just going to split it in 2. Guesstimate. They did 2 separate ones. I'm just doing all one. Alright, so that looks like it might be about even. So. Well, what in the hell? What in the hell? Okay, so. I'm going to tie it on this end. I don't do this like everybody else, so if I'm not doing it like you do, shh. That's all I got to say on that subject. Just push it. Totally missed that one. Alright. Get them halfway. Like I want them. Get down there. I said, don't judge me. Shh. I'm horrible at tassels. Alright. And then we'll get it all back down here in a minute. And then I'm just going to take part of this because I do have a lot. Tie it around here. Like I said, don't judge me. Just hush it. I don't make tassels like you do, so shh. You do you, boo. And I'll do me. Okay. So let's just trim off them extra long ones. Alright, we'll fix that in here in just a minute. Let's do this end with the other half. I can do almost anything. I can mimic my betters. Tassels elude me. If you're still in here, thank you for the stars, darling. You do not have to do that. Okay. Alright. Right. Hold on. Let me tie this one more time because I don't want to go anywhere. Then, did I bring my tape yet? Let's see if I can feed that back up just a little bit. Don't judge me. That one I'll have to cut off. Okay. I don't know that I can get them back up there very far. Ew, I'm a sweating. I have my fan on, but I don't have this part air conditioned. And it's probably close to 90 already. Oops, pardon me, I'm not even in the picture. But you don't need to see me anyway. Alright, let's feed this back up there just a little ways. Just to make it a little more sturdy. I'm just going to go through the 3 beads. Stop. No, maybe just the 2 beads. That's fine. We got it through 2 beads. It's good. Just don't cut your other string. I've done that. And then that little whack-a-mole, let's take it out. Don't! Okay. So there's that in. And theirs don't look any better than mine. Just saying. Woo! Alright, so we got this one. I don't want it real tight, but I want it snug. Let's tie it on. I'm doing this one totally different. You don't need to see it, so you don't judge me. Is goose. Alright. I'm going to do that one more time. And then I'll feed it up those 2. And then we should be golden. Okay. Let's go. No, you didn't do that right, dumbass. That's why I didn't show you. I didn't do it right. Ah! My bad. Hold on. you, these things elude me. So hang tight, hang tight. I'm getting it, I'm getting it. Get out there. Stop it. You can laugh. I laugh at myself. I am not the brightest bulb on the tree. Okay, hold on. Hold, please. Like, duh. Would you quit? God dang it. Satan, back up. I ain't got time for you, jerk. Not today, buddy. Not today. Okay, hold on, we're getting it. Okay. Laugh all you want, don't judge. Alright, now we'll do this part. Y'all, if my head wasn't connected, I'd be in big trouble. One more time. My husband was always like, you worry me sometimes. I'm like, dude, try being me. I worry myself sometimes. How in the heck have I made it this far in life? Only because the good Lord's looking out for me. That is the only reason. I'm sure he shakes his head some days going, dang it, what'd I do? All right. Hot dang. Snip that baby off. And get them all turned back around. You can make yours just like the picture shows, or you can do whatever you want. This is what the picture shows, okay? It says family love. It's two separate ones. I made it all one. And I think I'm going to just tack a little glue on there to make them stay. But I won't make you watch that. I will get a picture posted. But that is Craft Club. If you want to check it out, the link to rcrustycreations.com. You can just click on it in the description. Go directly to Craft Club. And there you go. Let me see if it'll let me do it this way. There we go. I got it pulled a little tighter. So that's, I make it harder than it looks. So it's not that hard. I promise you. So if you want to check it out, please do. If you have any questions, let me know. Drop me a comment. Drop me a direct message. Just let me know. I appreciate y'all, and we will be back soon. Thank you very much.